What is up, guys? Welcome back to ShadeTreeGarage. Not in my ShadeTreeGarage. We are working on the Skyline today, and in the video we'll be pulling this engine out. It's time for a refresh, as well as head gasket is, for some reason, looks like it's leaking around the seams of the head, which is kind of weird. I've never had a problem with the Cometic head gasket. Been seeing a couple drips on the floor, and then now it's turning into like 7 or 8, 10 drips a night. I want to pull it apart, as well as and it's weird too because it's never really overheated. Pull it apart and then check on the transmission with the new clutch, new throwout bearing. The oil pan's kind of seeping because I retrofitted the RB25 pump to the 26, and I do want to kind of fix on that a little bit. But other than that, I want to try to have this out in like, I don't know, like an hour and a half. It's 7:31 right now, so I think we can maybe have this out maybe under 2 hours. That's what we'll say. So I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling this thing apart. It's gonna be weird because it's gonna catch some people off guard at my work tomorrow. It's gonna be kind of funny. But yeah, let's do a head gasket on it. And then while we're there with the pan off, I don't see any reason in not checking on the bearings. And if we need to, let's put some bearings in it. This thing never really got a true break in. It kind of broke in on the dyno at 600 blah, blah, blah horsepower. I'd just like to check on it. I mean, it's running. What the crappy thing is, this thing is running the best that it's ever ran. This thing is running so freaking good. It pains me to take it apart, but I want to fix the coolant leak because if we go to the drag strip or something, I don't want to get kicked off the drag strip for having coolant in the, you know, on the pad, as well as I do want to get some AC lined out back on this thing. So I need to figure out all that stuff too, but I'm going to try to give myself like 2 weeks, depending on parts availability, of getting this thing back running again. Also, we do have an engine build happening right there, 4G63. Look forward to that video. Waiting on a couple new bearings for that thing. So let's get started. Alrighty guys, got the downpipe out, and like the mid pipe, as well as the front part of the drive shaft. Yes, I'm still on a stock 2-piece. It's living so far. And then the LSD in this car, spinning it both the same way pretty well still, like really healthy. Hard as hell to spin one of them like different. We'll start working on some of the top stuff. I do want to take the intake off in car, but main reason we're doing this is not only just to fix all the leaks. We need to fix the I want to just clean the engine bay and make it look nice. Maybe we'll paint it. I don't know what we're doing yet. Just excited to be working on this car again, because you guys usually don't see it when it's running, which sucks because I was actually in the middle of filming a reaction video, which I already have 2 reactions on my phone. And then we're gonna try to do some more like Skyline content. It's just kind of difficult with this car because I don't know if you want the repair side or the driving side. Kind of difficult. And then we have the Honda, and then not to mention the engine building season is like way up. There's like a lot of stuff to do on the to-do list. Been being a lot more consistent. So I don't think I'm going to be getting this out super quick, because I may not even do it tonight at all. Getting really hungry is my main thing. Alright guys, it's looking a lot different. Got the radiator, fan, belt, intercooler, all that crap off. Throttle cable, a couple vacuum lines. Now I'm about to start getting ready to take the intake off, just so it'll fit out the bottom. I pull mine through the bottom usually. After that, I believe I can leave the turbo on, so I may just leave it on, and maybe not. It's only 4 bolts. And then downpipe and the harness, and that's pretty much it. Some of the suspension bits, again, I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight. I'd rather not, so I can go home and eat and hang out with my wife. But and then I also got to order parts for this thing. But I'd like to get this thing off, so let's just slam that thing out. Let's see where we end up. TPS sensor. See if this thing will come off. Oh yeah, she's looking dirty under here. It's my block off plate. That's the 10 I was talking about, so that wasn't missing. It's just the 10 mil I was talking about. I was holding on something else too. There's our intake manifold. There's the RB, just as I left her. Not bad. So you can see it's wet back here. Hard to tell. All the way up. Same way on the other side. I know there's always a chance of it having a cracked block, but I don't believe that's our problem here. You can see where it's been splashing down there. This has needed to happen for like a while. I've just been genuinely trying to avoid it pretty bad. So, I don't know guys, I may call it a night for tonight. It's getting a little late, it's like 8:40. Didn't rush too bad. All we've got left though really is the harness. We can pull the harness with the engine. So disconnect it on the inside, the downpipe, and that's really it. But I don't want to leave it like too messed up. That way whenever I come tomorrow in the morning, I can push it out in the morning and then I can get it out no problem. And then I can work on it again. So that'll probably be it for tonight. Dang, my fluid dampener is dirty. That's why you need to run turbo filters. I have a filter. It's right there. But look at that. That looks terrible. So anyways, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow, which will be... Alright guys, day 2. Let's get this thing out. So now I just need to do the... I'm going to do the suspension, and then I had put the bumper back on because of yesterday whenever I left. I didn't want it just to have to worry about bumping this anywhere in the shop, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off again. That way whenever I get the table under it to drop this thing, it'll be a little easier. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, get the suspension off, and instead of pulling it with the harness, I think I'm just going to leave the harness on the car and worry about the harness later. Now that I got the suspension off, I'm going to start on disconnecting a lot of small things like the harness. Downpipe is off, and then on top of that, downpipe somewhere down there, and then on top of that, turbo is off. The harness is kind of slung behind the engine right now, so I'm going to drop it out and then I'll get it out of the firewall. Then we're going to end up cleaning up the bay because I would like to at least clean the bay and maybe paint the bay. I just won't be able to do like a full gun probably on it. Maybe, who knows. Steering shaft's out. Everything is like literally ready to drop. Suspension is off. All the hoses are gone. And this thing is so easy to get to. Gonna look back there and make sure I don't have anything coming down with it. Looks great in there. I thought that was noisy, but honestly I think it's just the freaking clutch. These metallic plate clutches are loud. That's a relief. They look brand new. Ooh, that's a little spotted. This thing eats some hot suppers though. Alright guys, I'm running out of time on my SD card and also on the video. So let me just rip this apart. If I see anything interesting, I'm going to show you. I'm not really going to break the engine down yet. Just get all the accessories off the sides. Get it on an engine stand. Looks really good actually. Super stoked. So I'm not going to open the bottom end tonight just because we're kind of losing daylight and I want to go home because I need to kind of plan and see anything else I need to order for this thing. I ordered some parts today or last night, so let's go ahead and get this back in. That way we can get rid of the car because I do want to take this to my house, figure out what we're doing with the engine bay in the meantime, and the parts will be here in about a week for the engine. This is all gross where that had been leaking, so let's get it all cleaned up. It's just crazy how this looked like nice whenever I was putting it back together, like as far as cleanliness, and now it's kind of very dirty. So we're just going to get the subframe back in and the suspension kind of temporarily tied up, probably bumper on it, that way I don't have to worry about hurting my bumper. Alrighty guys, got the suspension and stuff back on this thing. Everything is back together for the most part to make it a roller so I can get cleaning on the engine bay. Cannot wait to start deleting a lot of this and cleaning a lot of this crap. Just stuff that was kind of temporary, like the harness, and then, you know, became temporarily permanent, just the routing of everything. Looking forward to cleaning it up, as well as a new flex fuel sensor because mine stopped working. So it's been running on nothing but ethanol for a long time, which nothing really wrong with that. Engine looks great so far. I mean, I think it's like, I was trying to calculate it, I think it's like 2,000, a little over 2,000 miles on the rebuild. But overall, looking really good. I'm really glad that I pulled it out to do the head gasket, refresh that in the oil pan. Just because the oil pan is not an RB26 pan, so it's kind of beat and extended out right here. And that kind of makes it really hard to seal. So I believe I've had some like really slow like seepage, you know. But overall, makes the base stuff super easy just because I got a lot of room. Transmission still looks brand new. Really happy with the condition of the clutch and everything. Exhaust looks good. I do want to upgrade to the titanium exhaust pretty soon, but we'll see when that happens. I got a lot of projects. Look forward to the 4G63 build, because that's going to happen like really soon. I believe the bearing should be here soon, and then that's going to go on an engine stand probably right next to mine, and we'll knock it out. So anyways, guys, appreciate you for watching. Thank you for everything. I hope this is like, I don't know, some Skyline content for you, since it really doesn't see the light of day on the channel that much. And y'all have been kind of left in the dark a little bit on it. But I guess follow my Instagram, TikTok, or whatever y'all want to do. I'm not going to really try to self-promote too much. But if you want to see cool car stuff, go ahead. Other than that, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.